Summer recess began in spring. They're taking all summer off, and then they resume sitting in the fall. Oh, and by the way, only for about 7 weeks. And then they go on Christmas break. I'm not making this up. Ontario's debt, that is expected to reach $416.1 billion. David Menzies for Rebel News, outside Queen's Park here in downtown Toronto. And riddle me this, how many weeks of vacation are you planning to take this summer? 3, 2, 1? Maybe it's 0, given the economy, given that who can afford going on a holiday, who can afford taking time off work. Now, that certainly isn't the case here at the Ontario Legislature. It's about as active as the Overlook Hotel from the Stephen King novel, The Shining, which is to say the lights might be on, but nobody's home. In fact, if you can imagine, folks, summer recess kicked in on June the 10th. And, wait till you hear this one, they don't resume sitting here in the legislature until October 21st. That is a new record for any legislature, as far as I can tell, in the history of Canada. Can you imagine that? Summer recess began in spring. They're taking all summer off, and then they resume sitting in the fall. Oh, and by the way, only for about 7 weeks. And then they go on Christmas break. I'm not making this up. For example, before they went on summer recess, the Ford government tabled a budget that amounted to $214.5 billion. Yes, that is the most expensive budget in the history of Ontario. And it gets worse. The projected deficit this year is going to be a record $9.8 billion. And Ontario's debt, that is expected to reach $416.1 billion. Yes, $416.1 billion. That is almost 85% higher than the 2007-2008 debt. Unbelievable. So please, somebody convince me that the C in PC stands for conservative. I mean, really, what happened to the Doug Ford campaign slogan of respect for taxpayers? Or is all this spending and all this vacationing more proof in the pudding, rather more proof in the cherry cheesecake, that the Premier has truly earned his nickname of Doug Fraud? For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, you know that Rebel News loves to bring you the other side of the story, but unlike the mainstream media, we receive not a nickel from Justin Trudeau, nor would we take it if offered. We count on you. Please go to rebelfieldreports.com. That's rebelfieldreports.com. And if you're able to, kindly make a donation.